Do you hold animosity towards someone for a past transgression? Do you want to get revenge? Do you relive a past action of yours over and over again? Oh, I should have never done that. Oh, it was terrible. Oh, why did I do that? Do your own deeds drain you today? Do you keep dwelling on those things that you did wrong? Welcome to Be a Better Person. And today I would like to talk about forgiveness. So, first of all, let's go through this all again. This channel is all about talking about topics so that we don't feel so alone. Maybe giving you some new perspective. And then maybe you can give me some new perspective by commenting below some things that I maybe never thought about. So, let's talk about forgiveness. And by understanding ourselves, we can hopefully understand others. And if you might see things different than me, it's okay. Because the things I talk about are my views, my perspectives, things that I would do, or the way that I've thought, or how I'm changing those thoughts. So the first topic about forgiveness, let's talk about the actual definition of forgiveness. So forgiveness is a conscious decision to release resentment and the desire for revenge to free yourself from its power over your emotions. In other words, you want to forget all about the transgression you did to yourself, that you committed to someone else, or that someone committed to you. Instead of being angry, you forgive. And it all starts, I believe, with forgiving yourself, because it's the same way I feel about love. Is if you don't love yourself, you can't love anyone else. If you can't forgive yourself, how can you forgive anyone else? If you're going to have animosity for your bad choices, your bad decisions, your mistakes, how can you forgive anyone else for what they did to you? So you have to forgive yourself first. And so I think a good way to do this is, and what I've done is I wrote a list of all the major things that I think that I've done really super wrong. I mean, not just little tiny things, but big things that were big mistakes, that were big ways that I probably hurt other people. And I wrote them all down, and I tried to figure out, why did I do them, so that I can understand why I did them. Was it because I was young? Because I didn't have the knowledge? Because I thought it was the cool thing to do? All the other kids were. Is it because I was overly emotional at the time? I can acknowledge the pain that I either caused myself or caused someone else, and then I have to let it go. I can't keep going back to that and dwelling on it over and over and over again, because I can't change it. There's no time machines. I can't go back. So I have to forgive myself, and I have to let it go. And anytime it creeps back in, I need to kick it out and say no. So a couple things I guess I will say is, I apparently must have been a bully when I was younger. And mainly this is when I lived in Spain that these two things happened. That I guess I just thought I was being funny, and apparently I wasn't. So I got out the bus one day with 3 other people. It was 2 sisters and a guy who lived by them, and they started attacking me and hitting me with backpacks and things, and it didn't hurt me, so I didn't lash out. I was just confused about why they were doing this. And so that was the first thing that started it, and my parents talked with their parents, and I realized that they felt like I was attacking them every day. Here I thought I was making some jokes and making people laugh, but I was really picking on those people. And it wasn't physical, because I never struck them, I never pushed them, I never hit them. Even when they were all hitting me, I just tried to get away. I didn't even understand that it was because I was emotionally and with words, verbally, being a bully. And it made me kind of open up some things. And then there was another person in my class, 6th grade. I don't even know if I should say the name, but anyways, that's not really important. We were terrible to her one day, and it was very good that they made us go to the office, and then they recorded us talking about, and we had to watch her video about how she felt. Again, not physically attacked, mentally, verbally, the attack was. I'd never laid hands on her. But it was just the meanness. And again, because everybody else was laughing, why there was me and they think 2 other kids who did this to her. And it was only because she was different. Nothing wrong with being different. It's just that she was different. But the great thing that they did, and this is way back, and I think this is 1976 or 77, is they recorded us and we talked about why. They made us talk about why we did it. They had her talk about how she felt doing it. And they did this all separately. We did these videos all separately, and then we watched them all separately. And between those 2 things, I realized, man, I'm a terrible person. I didn't mean to smile and laugh when I said that, but how I found out that they felt and how I made them feel was not a good thing. And it didn't make me feel good. And it made me learn some things, that you can't be funny at other people's expense. And I think that going forward from that, I learned some things. And when I moved to Florida, I kind of was like, I took in the weird people. I became friends with the people who were kind of outcasts because I didn't want them to feel alone. And I always had good relationships with the people who were the cool kids too, but I just chose to have lunch with these people who most people usually picked on, and then I would try and stick up for them. So that's a big thing that really, for several years, bothered me, that I did that and I made somebody feel that way. And I never wanted to make somebody feel that way again, because it's terrible. And so I learned and I forgave myself. And now I can look back at it as a learning experience and don't beat myself up over it. It's done, it's gone. I was a dumb kid. I didn't realize that I was bullying I thought I was saying funny stuff. Instead, I was making fun of them and making them feel inadequate because of their quirks or whatever. So, and I've done that over several different things that I've done in my life, and how I responded to things and how I treated people. And I just got to let them go, because I can't change it. I can just learn, and I can make sure I don't do it going forward. And another thing that I learned about forgiveness is the forgiveness is for me. It's not for the person that I'm forgiving. It's just for me. It's to make me say, you got to forgive that. No matter what, I think that somebody's done things. So the same thing, list of all the things that other people I felt like betrayed me or did wrong to me, made a list, forgive them, and then never, ever, ever look back at it. Why did they commit these offenses to you? Why did you think it was so heinous? Maybe you're thinking that it was heinous and they didn't even know what they were doing, just like I didn't know what I was doing in 6th grade. It's just maybe the way that they are. Maybe it was some kind of defense mechanism. Maybe they felt slighted by something I did. So try to understand. And then whenever those memories come back, stop and go, nope, I forgave that. Let it go. Not going to go rehash all this again. And so, yeah, like I said, I've forgiven myself. I've forgiven everybody else who I've thought really some bad things about, my mistakes, flaws, transgressions. Theirs, I don't focus on it anymore. I don't reflect on it. Those things are not, those things are not really that important anymore. You got to let it go. I can't change it. I forgive. So one of the things I was adopted shortly after birth, and my parents, my mom and Ron, Cameron, they adopted me. I already had a sister who they had adopted, who was 4 years older, not my biological sister. That's okay. And so when I was 4 years old, they got divorced. I had to stay 2 summers with him. And like when we were 6, he finally, I think this is the story. Again, I can't be positive. He told my mom, I don't want to pay child support anymore. You can have her new husband, Phil, have him go ahead and adopt him. He just had got remarried. He had a wife with 3 children of her own. So now he had some other things to focus on instead of us. To me, even with that story, I kind of just felt, again, I didn't overly dwell on it, but I was like, he just threw us away. So my sister, because she was older, she was 8 when the divorce happened, so that was her dad. She really kept the relationship with him throughout the rest of their lives. So then he was dying. He's in the hospital. My sister asked me, please, can you I think it was a setup, which is fine. It's all good. Went to go, she begged me to go see him in the hospital. I did. And my sister was there with my, would have been his stepdaughter. And they kind of left me in the room with him and had some reason why they had to go. And he really looked at me and he apologized for everything that he did. And I was like, you know, I had some animosity and I had some bitterness when I was younger. I said, but you did what you thought you had to do. And I do not hold any animosity towards you at all. He later also co-signed for my student loan, so that was a blessing as well. But I just wanted him to know and rest assured that you did what you thought. I've turned out just fine. It didn't seriously affect me. You did what you thought was right. I can't fault you for that. And you just apologized to me. So I let it go. So what are some things that you've forgiven yourself for? Do you have a process about forgiveness? What is you some things that you've forgiven others for that you thought were transgression? Is there still anything that you haven't forgiven someone for? Is there somebody that you still hope that bad things happen to them, or you hope that you someday can get revenge for whatever transgression they had against you? Why do you think that you still feel that way? How do you think you could ever get past it? Again, it's not because you have to have a relationship with the person that you forgive. It's because you're forgiving them for you. You can forgive a person and never actually tell them in person that you forgive them. It's got to be here that you're forgiving them. It's got to be here that you're forgiving them. So just write your thoughts on forgiveness, yourself and others. I greatly appreciate it. Remember, your smile makes me smile. Be kind, be grateful, be helpful. And until next time, forgive. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks.